Hey guys, I'm going to show you real quickly another credit card offer that's out here. It's through Alaska Airlines. Um, they partner with Delta and American Airlines, so you don't have to just fly Alaskan Air. And just so you know, Alaska Air does not solely fly to Alaska. They're actually based out of Seattle, and they fly actually all the way over to Fort Lauderdale and Boston. So you can pretty much fly anywhere in the country with this credit card offer. Um, so this offer specifically here with Alaska Air is 25,000 miles. The public offer, which is something you'd get if you just Googled Alaska Air credit card, has a $75 annual fee, and you get the 25,000 miles. Pretty simple. But there's actually a way to get additional money. We like free money here. And the way you do that is you actually book a mock flight, essentially like you're going to take a flight. And on the checkout page, it will give you a better offer, and it offers you a $100 statement credit after you spend $1,000, which is easy to do. So you get after you spend $1,000, you get $100 statement credit, which will wipe out the $75, and you basically get a free $25 on top of your free miles. So you can't really beat that. The way to actually view that better offer is to just go to alaskaair.com and to book a fake flight. So you can pick anywhere you want to go. You can go Sacramento to Seattle. You can go whatever. It doesn't matter because you're not going to even take the flight. Okay, so just hit find flights and pick any old flight. You can even pick first class if you want. If it makes you feel better. Makes me feel better. Okay, go to add to cart, and we're just going to continue like we're going to actually purchase this flight, and they'll never know that we're not going to take it. Okay, so just keep continuing. Continue as guest. Okay, put in some fake info. Again, does not matter. Sure, 1988. Okay. On a small laptop. Okay. Let's skip seats. We do not need to pick seats on our flight. We don't need travel insurance. Okay, so now we're actually on the checkout page. This is how much the flight would be. Again, doesn't matter. Now, right here, it is offering you a better offer than the public offer. Okay, this is reserved for people who are paying, in their mind, paying directly for a flight. So they say, hey, we're going to get $300 out of you. What's $100 going to hurt us, right? We're already in better shape. So being that we're not actually going to pay for the flight, it works out great for us. Okay, so just hit apply now. It's going to take you to a Bank of America site. From there, you'll apply. And if you get approved, the points show up in your account within a week. You don't even have to spend $1,000 for them to show up. So that's an awesome part. Another thing is to get the $100 statement credit, you only have to spend $1,000, which is really low for a travel credit card. Okay, so that's the link right here. You'd follow that and apply. So once you have those 25,000 points and they're burning a hole in your virtual wallet, go right back to the homepage, and we're going to use miles. Now, those 25,000 miles will get you a round trip anywhere in the lower 49. It does not include Hawaii. Hawaii is exotic. So you can actually go to Alaska for 25,000 miles. You can also go to a few spots in Canada, including in the 25,000 miles. So Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, some other cities. But the best way to use these miles, if you like to travel and you don't just travel because you dread it and you just don't want to pay for it, if you actually like to travel, you can actually go use miles and go to advanced search and do a multi-city booking. Okay, and what this allows, just checking my time here. What this allows is you to stop in multiple cities for an extended period of time. Okay, so a typical layover, you typically want that to be as short as possible, right? Because you're just going to be sitting in the airport. With a stopover, it's a little bit different. It is an intentional layover that connects you onto your next city, but you spend a day or two in the layover city. So, for example, if I wanted to go Phoenix to Seattle and spend a day there, okay, and then from Seattle, I wanted to continue on to New York, I can do that. Oops, excuse me. So we're going to go Phoenix to Seattle on the 5th, and then on the 6th, we're going to go Seattle to New York. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, and then on the 7th, we'll stay a day or day and a half there in New York. We'll go from New York to Minneapolis. Okay, Mall of America there. Should be nice in November right here. Okay, so from there we'll finish off and come back home to Phoenix. Okay, so let's stay a day in Minneapolis. So we're actually going to go from Phoenix to Seattle on the 5th, stay a day and go from Seattle to New York on the 6th, stay a day in New York and go to Minneapolis on the 7th, and then continue on. Okay, so multi-city, use miles, pick your day and times. Now the key to making this work is you have to use hub cities, and hub cities are what the airlines use to route the majority of their traffic through. So, for example, Delta and American Airlines are two partners with Alaska. So, being that you have Alaska, Delta, or American to choose from, you need to pick hubs that are used by those airlines. So that would be Seattle, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Salt Lake, Miami, New York, Boston, DC. I'm probably missing a few. But those are kind of the main hubs here for Delta, Alaska, and American Airlines. Okay. So if I hit find flights, it's going to show me what options I have and how my stopovers are going to work. Again, a stopover is a layover that's more than a day. Okay. So in this case, I have an option from Phoenix to Seattle, get in at 8 in the morning, and the next day leave from Seattle at 3 o'clock and get into Newark, New Jersey, which is New York, at 11 o'clock. So we actually lose 3 hours there. So if I click the details of the flight, you can actually see that I have a 1 day and 6 hour layover. Okay. And what that means is, again, I get to spend a day in Seattle, but it's only costing me 12,500 points. So I get to go to Phoenix and see Seattle for a day and a half, and then go to New York, all for the price of $12. Okay. And then coming back, you can see I have a few options here. Some of these aren't that great, so you'll have to kind of play around with it, which cities you want to stop in and what dates you want to go. In this case, I can get in at 6 o'clock into Minneapolis, and then the next morning leave back to Phoenix. Not that great, but if you just had somebody that you wanted to see for the night in Minneapolis, then that would work great, and then just continue back. So you can actually see the details on that as well. You have a 14-hour layover, which means, again, you leave the airport because you have two tickets, right? You have one ticket from New York to Minneapolis and then Minneapolis to Phoenix. So you'll come back through security the next morning. But you can extend these layovers for as long as you want. You can extend how long you want to stay in New York, which is our true destination city, for as long as you want as well. You can play around with this. So look at that. For $25, 13 plus 12 in fees, which we got left over from our credit card, we're able to go to Phoenix, Seattle, New York, Minneapolis, and back to Phoenix, all for the price of signing up for a credit card. So if you want to find out more about this, let me know, and I'll show you some other cool cities that you can stop in and how you can make this work. You can even throw Toronto and Vancouver into the mix because they connect out of New York and Seattle as well. So anyway, hope that works out for you. Talk to you guys later.